Good afternoon, everyone. So we'll continue with chapter 4, climate. Now, first thing what I want to tell everyone, I'm fed up of telling you all that please write the specific answer which is given in book or as discussed in the class. But you people are unable to do so. I don't know what is so difficult when I explain and when I ask. Everyone understood? The answer is a yes. Any questions? No, ma'am. Then why you people are not able to give the correct answer in homework? That I don't understand. What you people are doing, only the question which I have given to you, you just write that question on the Google and just you put the enter and whatever answer comes first, that is the answer of your homework. Everyone is having the same answer. The question which I asked, what is the reason that most of the continents are having desert on the western coast? Most of the students, almost all, have written the same answer. I googled that answer and that is the first answer which is coming in the Google. Now the thing is, what I should do, ideally I should give you 0 marks. Class 9 students not having brain, they have 0 brain and thus they should get 0 marks. That comment I should write and I should give you 0 marks. Because I am tired of telling you everything. What should I do? I don't understand. This time I have given 8 marks, some of you 5 marks. Next time I will give you 0 marks. And that I am telling for sure. Now the question will be asked to me why everyone is getting 0 in SST. That answer you will give to me. You need to write the application and send it to me. This was the reason I got 0 marks. And the reason I told from my side. From my side, your answer is not appropriate. This answer, if you are going to write in CBSE exams, you are not going to get marks. Take my words. If you are going and writing these answers in CBSE exams, you are not going to get any marks. In fact, in the exam also, normal examination also, in the school, if you are going to write those answers, I will provide you 0. And if there will be negative marking, your marks will be in minus. Such a stupid answers you people are giving to me. All the stupids have grown in class 9 now. Class 9 was the good class earlier. Now all the stupids are in class 9. That is what I can see. At least read the answer which you are writing once. At least read it. What are you writing? What Sakshi has written? I don't understand. So before giving the answer to me, first you read. Okay. So we have already discussed about western cyclonic disturbance. Western cyclonic disturbance, we discussed that the cyclones which are developed in the Mediterranean region and the jet stream which is going above, coming over that Mediterranean region, that brings a lot of moisture towards the Himalayas in the northern India. So when it comes to Himalayas, it's stuck because of the weather condition, climate in our country. So how it affects the India? Basically, it occurred during the monsoon as well as in October to November. So in monsoon also it occurs and also in October, November. Now these tropical cyclones, they affect the coastal regions of the country. So how it affects rainfall, destruction, floods, etc. So what is this tropical cyclone which is affecting? How does it develop? So if you see, this is the India, and if in this area, if you will go through map, here also you have the land masses. Okay, here also you have some land masses. So if you see, this area is the water area. You have Bay of Bengal, right? So what happens if you know in water there is high pressure and on land there will be low pressure. We already discussed all these things in many of the terms. So from here also, here you have high pressure and here it will be created low pressure. So what happens? The wind moves from high pressure to low pressure. So all this will move towards this water. Now if this water will, the wind which is coming here, it all will collide with each other. When it will collide with each other, and also the Coriolis force is working because the earth is continuously rotating. So when it is continuously rotating, the Coriolis force is also working. So what happens? These beads start rotating. So when they start rotating, a circulatory wind is developed. That circulatory wind is cyclone. That circulatory wind is cyclone. So basically a cyclone develops here and it affects when it moves towards land. It causes rainfall, it causes lot of destruction. So always you would be listening in the news also from Bay of Bengal, this cyclone is coming towards Odisha. So whatever places we have on the coastal regions. On the coast, whatever places we have, those places always face the cyclonic disturbance, which is there in the Bay of Bengal. Okay, the same I explained. Huge river. River is not created by the cyclone, but yes, flood can take place. How? Because it is responsible for rainfall. When there will be excessive rainfall, the rivers will overflow and it can create flood. I have not told that it will create river. River it will not create. We already have the rivers. Naturally we have the rivers and it can cause the rivers to flood. Okay. So basically that is the reason we see the rivers flooding in the southern part or on the coastal areas. Okay. So like this, if you see, the tropical cyclone also disturbs the coastal regions. Now the thing is the same thing happens in the Mediterranean region. In the Mediterranean Sea, as Mediterranean Sea we saw yesterday, it is covered from land masses from all the sides, right? So the wind is blowing towards the water. When it is blowing towards water, the wind is colliding and that is creating that is developing a cyclone. And when this cyclone moves towards land after covering some distance, it automatically ends because it does not get moisture and the wind will also it will change the direction. Because of those things, it ends automatically. But after covering some area on the land. Okay. So any questions till now? We have already discussed the pressure and heat system. We discussed about jet stream, the upper air circulation. Then we discussed about the western cyclonic disturbance and also tropical cyclonic disturbance. So tropical cyclonic disturbance, if you see, it is in the region of Bay of Bengal, right? Those areas are having it blocks the cyclones and then it disturbs the coastal regions of India. Any question till now? I know there will be no questions. But when I will ask questions, I will not get the correct answer. That for sure I am knowing. Okay, so now we'll start the topic, the Indian monsoon. Now in this, what happens basically, the monsoon when we talk, there is seasonal reversal of winds that we have already discussed. We have seasonal reversal of winds which cause the monsoon type of climate in India. Now, first of all, these things were noticed by sailors. So sailors first noticed this phenomenon. How? That we need to understand. Now, they will benefited from the reversal of the wind system. But how? That is the question. Okay. Now, the thing is, as we know, in winters, what happened? In winters, we have northeasterly winds. Yes, we have northeasterly winds in winters. But in summers, what happened? In summers, we have southwest winds. These southwest winds are in summer. So, if these southwest winds basically take moisture with them and they create the monsoon type of climate in our country. So, we have reversal of wind. In winters, we have northeasterly winds which are blowing. In summers, we have southwest winds which are blowing. Now, the thing is, we already read why we have this. Why the winds start blowing in summer in southwest direction? That we have already discussed. Now, can anyone tell me the reason? This was the part of homework also, I think. Why do these winds blow southwest in summers? As our country, India, is in the region of northeasterly wind. But why do these winds blow southwest in summers? Answer please. Till the time I am explaining the talk, you write the answer in chat. I want the answer from everyone. Whoever present here. Don't go on Google and waste your time. Now there is seasonal reversal of wind. We already discussed. But this thing was first noticed by sailors. Now how sailors came to know about this and how they were benefiting. So suppose what was happening? sail in the direction of wind, right? When the boat sails in the direction of wind, it is easier for them to sail, right? They don't need to put lot of force. Force is not required. The wind will put the force and it will take the ship, right? But if ship sails against the wind, lot of force energy is required. Yes. So what happens in summer? These boats they used to sail towards India, and these winds help them to sail towards India. Okay. Now in winter, when they are going, so in after 4-5 months, they are doing trade for 4-5 months, and after 4-5 months, when they are going back to their country, this northeasterly wind. After 4-5 months, the winter started. So at that time, when they are going back, these winds are helping them to go towards their country. Understood? In summers, when they are coming, these winds are helping them to come towards India. There is no need to put a lot of force. The boats, the wind is putting force. The wind used to put force, and by the force of wind, they used to easily sail to India. Okay. Now, when they are going back towards their country in winter after 4-5 months, again the wind is helping them to go towards their country. So like this, what they recognized, suppose if same wind is blowing, if wind is blowing in the same direction in winter and summer, what would be the scenario? When they are coming, it will be easier, but when they are going, they have to put a lot of force, lot of energy. Yes, then only they can sail against the wind. But, sorry, when they are coming, that time also they are coming easily. When they are going, that time also they are going very easily. So like this, if you say, they were benefited with the reversal of the wind, and this thing first noticed by the sailors. They noticed that wind is blowing in different directions in different seasons. Okay, so they have termed these winds as monsoon. Okay, they have termed these winds as monsoon. Okay, and monsoon means season. Monsoon means season. So like this, the Arabic word monsoon, the origin of the monsoon happened with the Arabic word mausim. Okay, the wind was actually changing according to the season. So they called it mausim, and it was called monsoon. Okay. I haven't got any answer till now. I have asked a question. Okay, Saloni. In the interior of Asia, low pressure is created on southern India Ocean. Okay. Okay, interior of Asia. So air moves from high pressure created on southern Indian Ocean, and southwest winds start moving towards the Indian mainland. Yes, that is the answer. Because in the interior of the Asia, the low pressure is created. Low pressure is created in the interior of Asia, and here high pressure is created. So if there is high pressure here and here, it will be low pressure. Obviously, the wind will blow from high pressure to low pressure. Okay, that is why we have reversal of winds. Seasonal reversal of winds. During summer, the air gets heated up and rise and creates a low pressure area. On the other hand, high pressure area is created in the Indian Ocean. The low pressure area attracts the southeast winds, but due to Coriolis force, the air moves toward the low pressure area over the Indian continent. Okay, these winds start blowing in a southwesterly direction. Okay, that is correct. So basically the sailors noticed this first time that there is seasonal reversal in the winds, and as the winds used to change as per the season, this was called monsoon. Okay. Now basically when we see the monsoon, basically it is experiencing between, sorry, our earth is not like this. So here is equator 0 degree. So basically the monsoon is experienced in between 20 degree north and 20 degree south. Okay. In between this region, the monsoon is experienced, and that depends on many different reasons. So what are those reasons? So those reasons are the differential heating and cooling of land and water. Land and water have different heating and cooling factors. So that is the reason that we will go through one by one to each of the subtopics. Okay, I am only telling you the topics now. The shift of the position of the shift of the position of ITCZ. Okay, ITCZ. Now what is ITCZ? ITCZ is intertropical convergence zone. This is ITCZ. We will discuss each and every point. What is ITCZ? Okay, and how it shifts its position, that also we will discuss. Now next is the presence of the high pressure, area east of Madagascar. These are the 3 points. So in 3 more are there, 2 more points are there, but first 3 are the differential heating and cooling of land and water, that we have already discussed, but we will go in deep into this topic. The shift of the position of ITCZ. ITCZ is intertropical convergence zone. Then you have the presence of the high pressure area east of the Madagascar. How this high pressure area fluctuate the climate, that also we will understand. Next is number D is the Tibetan Plateau. The Tibetan Plateau gets intentionally heated. That also we have discussed Indian Peninsula during summer. So these are some of the topics. There are many more, but according to our book, we need to read only this much. 5 are there. So fourth is the Tibetan plateau gets intentionally heated. Fifth is the movement of the westerly jet stream to the north of the Himalayas and the presence of the tropical easterly jet stream over the Indian Peninsula during summer. So these are some of the topics, factors which are responsible for the Indian monsoon climate. Now the thing is, we have already read about all the terms in general. In general, we have gone through all the terms. So when we talk about the heating and cooling of land and water, that also we have already discussed, land bridge and sea bridge, right? So we have already discussed that. Also we have discussed about the low pressure zone, how low pressure zone are created and how sun rays are responsible for the low pressure zone. So basically when we talk about ITCZ, so ITCZ are basically the low pressure zone, okay, which is created. So how that low pressure zone, basically what we have done. In general, the low pressure zone is on the equator, but it shifts also. How it shifts, that we will understand. Okay. Now the thing is the presence of high pressure area east of Madagascar. So how the high pressure which is created on the east of Madagascar, that affect our climate, that also we are going to understand. And Tibetan plateau gets intentionally heated. So as we have already discussed, in the interior Asia, what happens? The low pressure is created in the summers because of intense heat. Okay, so Tibetan plateau, if you see, it is in the northern part, right? So we will also discuss about that. And also jet stream. So in general, we have discussed the jet stream, but how this jet stream influence the Indian climate, that we are going to understand. Okay. So till now, anyone is having any question regarding yesterday's topic and today's topic? If you have any question, please ask. Anyone is having any question regarding yesterday's topic and today's topic? Okay, Aman Kumar, why have you written this essay here? Tutor of Asia. Okay, no questions, no one. Okay, so we'll go and discuss 2 minutes for the homework. For homework, I have given why most of the continents are having desert on the western coast. Can anyone tell me which is the main factor? First tell me the main factor responsible for that. Which is the main factor responsible for that? We have read about many different factors, no, which influence the climate. Which is the factor which influence this? Which is responsible for desert? Braj has given the correct answer. Ocean current. Ocean currents are responsible for the desert which is there on the western margin of the continents. So please go and watch the video related to ocean current. You have explained whatever given on the Google. But main factor is ocean current, and in your answer, I cannot see ocean current anywhere. Not described, not even written anywhere in your answer. Everyone, you all, whoever or easterly winds, I don't remember properly. Tropical easterly winds are responsible. They come and they cool down when they go from these areas. That is why these are the reasons. But that is not the main reason. Main reason is the ocean current. So please go and watch the video related to ocean current. You will understand why these places are having desert. Don't go and search on Google everything. I don't require those answers. Thank you everyone for today.